Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, people of ages all around the world, welcome to another episode of Tyler Brian Hour. I am your co-host, B Heard, aka Brian, aka Prince, aka Prince Vegeta, without the hating. I'm a pastor to my brother, my brethren, Tyler. You want to say something to the people real quick?
How you doing, people? It's Tyler the Libra, aka TTL, aka T Hendrix. And we are in episode 40 today, Monday, March 29th, 2021. And yeah, today's been a manic Monday to say the least, at least for my end. Niggas almost got into a crash, dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Thankfully, came out unscathed, unhealthy.
Right.
And fitting that episode 40 would be a big episode for us. First time we ever had a live-in caller that's not here with us physically, but
making moves.
I'm super excited. Tyler has done a great job, a phenomenal job of showcasing his world of photography and the models that he's been having on. But it's my turn. Like I said, I love content creating. I love FGC content. And I think I got one of the top tier people in the world. I don't know how he responded to my DMs and actually took his time.
I'm a regular person, all right? I'm a regular person.
Took his time.
I breathe the same air as everybody else. I'm a regular human being. I'm cool.
That Duff
Don't worry
City
about
air
it.
different, but you might have heard him. Duff City Mayor himself, PhD in smugglosophy. Smug, you want to say something to the people?
How's it going, guys? I'm just a regular person. I'm just kicking it. That's all.
Man,
that's all it is to it.
Is this your first actual podcast? I know you've done interviews with Born Free and interviews after tournaments, but is this your first actual podcast?
I've done a couple of podcasts. I was on the No Frills. We were just chopping it up.
Shout out to
Yipes and Matrix. So.
Matrix, of course. I didn't even think about that. That's 100% true and accurate. One thing we do like to start off with in this podcast, and I will get into Tyler as well. As a young black man, we all are. That's pretty much what our podcast is about, is just talking all the stuff we have, trial and errors, just in career paths and, just living life. Where are you at mentally as far as with everybody's in their mama's talked about COVID. Everybody's talked about the Black Lives Matter movement, but how did that impact you and how are you at right now in 2021?
Well, obviously during the beginning of COVID, it was a rough time for, I'm pretty sure, everybody, but I just tried to, try to look at the bright side of things, and try to work with what I have,
Right.
So what I had was, because it was I used to travel all the time and now I couldn't even travel because of COVID and stuff. So I was just only left to streaming and uploading content, in which I started doing more frequently since I was home, a lot more available to my PC and stuff. So I think it worked out for the better because it gained my subscribers a lot and gained more attention and stuff. So, and it made me as a better person too, being more social and just talking to people and, that's all I was really doing, just basically just building up my brand, and that's pretty much it. It's not my business.
It probably helped to check up on people and talk to people more because you have it to where I'm gonna see this guy at next month's major, but now that wasn't a possibility because of COVID and things of that nature.
Yeah, that's crazy. There was so many plans for so many people, So
right,
it's just crazy how everything shifted.
Did you?
It was a wake up call,
right? Especially, it was an unrealistic wake-up call. No one could have predicted that shit would have happened.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you take it serious when it first happened? Or?
I definitely did. Matter of fact, when I heard about it on the news, when people were stocking up on toilet tissue, I went to a CVS and I got a nice sale. I got a nice sale. You know what I'm saying? They hooked me up. Shout out to CVS.
Shout out to CVS. No one was trying to barge in on lines.
No, it was cool. I got got in, got out.
Hey, they was giving pandemic discounts out there.
I felt like the pandemic discount was 5 second discount. If you take it and run out the store in 5 seconds, it's free.
They say, hey, take what you want. All this gotta go.
Where were you at? Because I think the day that I remember vividly of COVID was March 17th, 2020. And the only reason I say that because it's you would hear about it and you would hear that it was over in China and things of that nature. And so like I believed it. I was like, I think it's serious, but I'm like, I work at a restaurant and my boss is pretty stoic and like, no, it's all like he's a blue collar, got that kind of mindset. So I'm thinking like, nah, bro, he ain't finna shut down. It was like March 13th. 17th came around. Oh yeah, we shutting all this shit down. I was like, oh, it's serious. So where were you at? Were you traveling at the time or?
No, I really wasn't traveling. You know, I was just staying indoors. You know, just be like streaming and just making a lot of moves. You know,
right? Of course. Tyler, where are you at mentally? How's your? I know you kind of had an eventful Monday, but just to check in real quick.
Yeah, this shit was crazy, dude. Like fucking, I started out my Monday fucked up. Like I was on the interstate. I looked down at my phone to see what time it was, and literally a big ass Mack truck was just in front of me.
Oh wow.
Big ass fucking Mack truck, and I slammed on the brakes. I ain't never slammed on the brakes so hard in lead before. That motherfucker
Lead
said.
is this vehicle for those of you who don't know.
Yeah, for those who don't know, lead is my Challenger name. So yeah, that was scary as fuck, man. And
matter of fact, I'm sorry to cut you off. I was very upset because of the COVID because one of my favorite restaurants in Manhattan, it closed because of COVID. It was my favorite restaurant. Screw it.
What was it?
It was called Ikanari. It was like a steak.
Ikanari?
It was like it was like a Japanese steakhouse. It was a cool spot. You know, that was my like favorite restaurant, and it closed because of COVID. You know, I was like, dang, man.
Yeah, it's so sad too because of
that.
Like,
yeah, I used to go there all the time, and then you know,
I couldn't go to Who Hut.
Yeah, like well, just even basic restaurants like that.
Like,
it seemed like everything.
Yeah, like so many places. You can't even sit down in Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. You can only take it to go. You know.
Yeah.
I ain't never had Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles yet. So,
oh man, you sleeping on that, man?
No, we're from the Midwest, so we don't really got the luxuries of.
They got one.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with it, but you know, if the Waffle House, you know, what I'm saying, ain't got the grease on the tables and stuff like that, I don't want it. You know, you got to have that authenticity.
The to-go bag got to be greasy.
Yeah,
is basically what he's saying.
Smug, I know you're kind of a fashion guy and you got the little swagger, the drip or whatever. What is your favorite shoe of all time? Same question for you.
I think the Jordan ones. You can't go wrong with those because they look good, beat up. They look good crease and just black and red. You can't go wrong with it. It matches us like pretty much everything.
That man is
kind of it's comfortable. You could play ball in it. You know, you can check out the trash with them. I don't know. You can just go down the street, run, jog, do whatever.
Right.
So.
But what Jordan 1s exactly? Because I agree with you. That's actually my...
to be honest, like I think the Bread Jordans, I think my favorite.
Can't go wrong with those at all. Cannot go wrong with those at all. I think me personally, my favorite is top 3. I think you can't go wrong with those ones. Like, I don't know, just how unique the shoe is with the red, black, white, and blue. And it actually looks dope because you would think that those colorways would not really make sense, or how it's designed. If like one shoe was like more black, or another shoe is more white, it would look stupid. But they killed those. I love those. I would definitely get those. Tyler, what about you? What's your favorite shoe of all time?
I would probably have to say, you know what? I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna do Jordan and I'm gonna do Vans.
Okay.
I respect that. I respect that.
Right. All right. So, for Air Jordans, I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with the Baron 9s.
That's tough.
That's a clean shoe. That's a clean shoe. Just black and white, and then you got the gray in there, and then you got the 45 on the back.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, that could go with anything, honestly.
9s always kind of stuck out. Like, I like them, but I just felt like they had like a bigger design, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't really look like a Jordan sleek aesthetic, I guess, with the shoe.
You know, I don't hear nobody fucking with the 10s.
Yeah, I mean,
the 10s are just.
I mean, they're cool.
Yeah, see, but I think Smug, I think that's the answer you get. It's like, cool. Like, when somebody asks you,
it's like they're Jordans, but like it's just like
somebody asks you, you want some 10s? Take some 10s. So I don't know if I really want.
I didn't mean like that. Come on, man. No, I mean like they're solid. You know, you can't go wrong with those. You can't go wrong with it.
I mean, but like out of the 12 retros, it might be your last pick. Smug, come on, be honest.
You wearing 13s? You not wearing 13s?
No, well, I was thinking of the first 12. I was thinking of the first 12, but yeah, 13s are dope.
My favorite were I like the 3s a lot. The 4s, the 5s were cool.
I like 7s a lot.
Yeah, the 7. I was about to say the Olympic 7s are cool.
Ooh, or the hairs.
The bug bunnies.
Mm-hmm.
See, the thing is with the hairs, I like them, but the problem is I can't wear them too often.
Yes.
You can't because it's all white at the top, so you just gotta be careful.
And then
you gotta clean them things.
Sort of smudge or any like dirt spot. It's so hard to clean those out. I know from just experience alone. But what were you saying about the Vans, Tyler? Like, what would be your favorite?
Oh fuck! I would have to say the Fentics because, they're good for, like I said, for any type of wear as far as the rest of the outfit goes. They got all type of colors you need. My personal favorites. I think my first ones were actually the red ones. Like the red and then like the white sole. And then just the plain black and white ones, I think. Those are my favorites too, because those can go in anything. And they're so cheap that you can literally buy them by probably the 2s and the 3s. Like I remember I came out it was like before I went to Oregon. I came out with like 3 pairs of Fentics for like $80.
That's not a bad deal for Vans.
Fuck yeah, Nate.
I never got a pair of Vans yet, so I need to get on that. And I just never been a Vans guy. I was always like a Jordan and Nike and like Nike SBs if I was going to get some other exotic shit, I guess.
So nobody in here is a fan of Converse? Nobody like Converse?
I haven't worn Converse in a while, though. I have a pair of white Chuck Taylors, but that's about it.
You know what? You might be right, Smug. I might, because I want to start getting back into lifting and like lifting heavy, and they always say you want to get a flat sort of shoe. I was thinking about Vans, but I might get some Converse. You know what? Just for Smug.
But you know what shoe is growing on me, though?
What's that?
The Vapor Max. I like that sneaker a lot.
What year? Are you talking about like the 2021 editions? I don't know if I've seen those yet, but because I remember like, I want to say, don't kill me in the comment section, but I want to say like maybe 2012, 2011. I like those ones a lot. I think they had some ones that were like all red, all blue, and like they had like those kind of colorways, and I think a black colorway, and I liked with those. I messed with those heavy. I can't remember the exact year though. What year are you liking a lot, Smug?
Well, there was one. They had like some cool off-white Vapor Max.
Oh, you talk about the? Oh, see. Let's see. Way my bank account set up, Smug. I can only look at those on image.
The Vapor Max Plus. The Vapor Max Plus.
Oh yeah, the off-white ones, they go crazy. Man, if anything, that would be some ones that I would love to get as far as like off-white shoes, because I've seen a few. I think didn't they have some off-white Jordan 1s too? Am I tripping on that? Or
probably do.
Have you seen the OVO 12s or the 13s? I think that Dre had.
I like those ones a lot.
Yeah,
those were because they were white, weren't they?
They were white, and then they had the gold
trim.
Yeah, like the gold.
Boy,
man, those are some favorite shoes. I like those shoes a lot. But
hey, those are killing shoes.
Facts, man. That's funny, but not funny at the same time. Also, speaking of favorites, and just to end the favorite segue or segment, I guess. Smug, you've been to plenty of number of tournaments. Is there a moment in a tournament or just tournament as a whole that you just look forward to that is your favorite?
That I was looking forward to as my favorite?
Or like, do you have a favorite tournament moment? Is there a tournament that is your favorite that you look forward to going to?
I think one of my favorite tournaments is probably Summer Jam.
Okay.
It was Summer Jam 2015 2014. Summer Jam, because that was my first major I've ever won offline. So that really meant a lot to me because I came from a place where I used to be hated. A lot of people don't know. People used to hate me. People used to think I was like a fraud in Street Fighter 4. And, so I had to prove people wrong offline I can win a tournament. People think I'm just an online warrior. I had to show people.
Which is crazy too, because were you going to NLBC at the time, or?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
So I guess it was like the outside world that didn't know who you were, but then like everybody that went to NLBC knew who you were, and then it was kind of like that just coming of age of you finally getting over that hump of offline.
I think, matter of fact, and also my other favorite moment. I know I have a lot of favorites. Sorry about that, but probably when my first offline tournament at Next Level. That was probably also one of my favorite because it changed my whole life on things like, wow, this, I'm in an arcade. I'm in a building where there's like a bunch of arcades and everybody's just chilling, just like me. Like I'm just chilling, just playing some games, that's cool,
And it's so serious. And then like,
yeah. And then there's people that really know, like there's some legends and like they mastered the game. They will answer your questions. Anything you need to know that you didn't know. There's somebody in there that knows.
Like, I mean, obviously not to that.
And they're all cool in there.
Oh, of course. Like, I think that's
so like local, like my first local tournament. Pretty much, that was also like my favorite.
Yeah, I think that's what I noticed most about just the FGC as a whole is just how honestly, if I guess it's more you have to come correct. And like if you're genuinely trying to learn something and you genuinely ask someone like an honest question rather than a vague like, oh, what do I do in this matchup? It's like, well, what do you want to know? Like a lot of people are mad cool and like it's not what Twitter makes it out to be sometimes where it's like toxic and it's only about this or that. One thing I noticed too about like offline locals was like I was distracted by everything. Like it kind of felt weird to play and hearing the buttons of the ASMR of like other people playing and stuff like that. So how did you adjust to just that experience?
I mean, well, I'm used to it because that's how like it is in arcades. You go in like the arcade machines. There's a 2-player slot arcade, and you play side to side. And so you're going to hear all those button presses all the time. So I'm kind of used to that experience. So when I go to local tournaments, it's kind of like the same feel. It's just we're playing on the same monitor.
Yeah, I guess and then not to mention like you obviously being one of the bigger people in the FGC, everybody's going to be like before COVID, obviously. People are going to be huddled around your station because they want to see Smug play and they want to see that on that like that local feel to it. So when did becoming a pro as a fighting game or fighting game player kind of became a reality? Was it when you were starting to win those NLBCs or was it when you like won that summer jam? Like when did you like, okay, I could really do this?
All right. So probably when I won my second tournament, All right. So my first tournament I won was Summer Jam 2014. And then the end of that year, I won NEC. And that was when I beat Pepper Day in grand finals. After that, I decided, instead of buying some new Jordans that were coming out, I decided to invest in a laptop and like a camera. Like something just told me to just invest in that. I don't know why, I just did it. And I never really thought about, I suck with computers, but something told me just get a decent laptop and a camera and just start streaming.
It's funny how because they were both Big E events, correct? NEC and then
correct.
You won those events, both in Philly or no? At the time,
yeah, they're both in Philly.
It's weird how you were able to basically start dominating your New York scene and then East Coast, and then you started going out and just kind of building that name. Is there something specifically when it comes to fighting games that you pride yourself on? Like the fact that no one can out anti-air you, the fact that you can always come back, that just... I
mean, I just feel like
what's the Smug staple?
Well, I don't know. I just feel like it's proud to be one of the top players playing on a controller than an arcade stick, what is traditionally supposed to be played on. So I feel like I can't learn arcade stick, but I don't know. I just wanted to try to play competitively on a pad. That's all.
It just never felt natural to me, I guess.
I know. I understand, but it worked. It worked for the better. So
because I play on pad too. And like when I went to my local, somebody was like, "Oh, you want me to try like my arcade sticks?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." So I was doing quarter circles. I was like, "Oh wow, this is easier in this regard." But I was like,
and people do that in all kinds of fighting games. Exactly, like people do it in Mortal Kombat. They do it in all kinds of games. So you alright.
I actually, I love pad more. That's
like people playing on pad on DBZ, all of those games.
But then you have those freaks. You have those freaks in the world that like will play on analog stick. I'm like, that's
mm-hmm.
That's why
I've seen somebody play with a controller upside down. I've seen all types.
See, I feel like that would be so disrespectful. Like, Tyler, imagine you at a tournament and you sit down and your homie pull out
flipping the controller.
Well, nah, you ain't about to out neutral me. Speaking of controllers, are you still playing on the Xbox 360 controller?
No, I'm on a PS4 controller.
Oh, you finally moved over. It feel weird, don't it? I feel like the
no, not really. I mean, at first, but I mean, I just learned on PS4. You know, I wasn't tripping about it
too. Like, you got to deal with less stuff like that, I guess. That's the only thing I don't really like personally about the PS4 controller is the D-pad. I feel like I get a lot of like input errors because I'm like, I guess I'm heavy-handed when I play. Like I'm overemphasizing like me pressing the buttons. But if you're soft,
it just takes a little practice. That's all.
Yeah, that's true. Especially since you play like a charge character, so I salute.
Yeah, I got a turtle all day. Pretty much, I just got to hold back all day.
I salute the people that play charge characters because the neutral is even harder. Because every time I move, I move myself out of a charge, out of a buffer. I move myself out of.
Thank you. Can you? Yes. Keep going. My bad. Continue. Yes.
But I can at least speak on that. To talk about the FGC, and I actually kind of curious about your answer here. Any advice that you would give to your younger self or anyone that's trying to get to the FGC? Like, what would you tell a young Smug? Like, maybe before Pi Smug, if he had advice or wanted to know anything about the FGC now, currently.
I don't know. I really wasn't prepared for this question. I don't know what I'll say to myself. I'll be like, if I had to tell myself something, keep your head up.
Keep your head up.
Hey, that's what I'll tell myself.
Simple enough. Yeah, because it's like tournaments are hard, man. I don't know what the actual statistic is, but like a lot of people that go to these tournaments, like that are like across all over the United States or even outside of the United States, they have this like vision of them doing really well, and then they play like Smug Fan 69 and get hands put on them, and they go 0-2, and they don't even make it to past, you know what I'm saying, the second round. Mm-hmm. So, like, you got to go with these mindsets thinking more than just the tournament. Like, yeah, like Smug said, you got to keep your head up because there's some true.
That's the best advice. That's the best advice I would give my younger self.
But even then, I felt like you've always kind of relatively been that positive person. Like, do you even allow yourself to get salty? Like, is there like, all right, I'm gonna give myself like 5 minutes to be salty and don't bother me?
I mean, yeah, I'm getting tight. Like, people be making fun of me getting tight on stream all day long. You know what I mean? Like,
you might make a face, but I don't really feel like
they be troll, and then they troll me even harder when the saltier I get. I'm like, man, whatever. I'm getting too old for this, man.
It's because you're a famous person and you're always positive. So what's the best thing in the world to see for someone that's a hater is to see the positive person be human. But Smug's better than that, and that motherfucker always gonna be positive. And that's probably add more salt to their wound because like Smug gonna hit you with G, probably do a dash punch, activate V trigger, GG's, good games, and laugh and be happy while you over here salty. But yeah, that's one thing I think you don't get enough praise for is how positive you are and how you just kind of look at the brighter side of every situation.
I mean, because it's still a competitive game at the end of the day, yeah.
Right.
You know? So I understand where people get frustrated and stuff. It is what it is.
But I think people like fall in that category of they forget that why they're playing the game. Because it's cool to like want to be the greatest in the world and make it a profession, but it's like you still gotta have fun with this shit.
Because I know when I get outplayed, you know. So like when I be losing, the only time I usually get frustrated is, let's just say like the only time I'll probably get tight is just like the lag maybe, or like if I made a mistake.
Right.
So let's just say, for example, I dropped a combo and then that cost me the game. I'll be salty at myself because I should have practiced a little more. that should not have happened. Stuff like that. But if somebody like just literally is obvious, I'm getting out neutral. Or he was a little more patient than me, and he ended up getting the W or something like that. Like I know, and I'll just work on that.
Yeah, but it's funny that you mentioned that. It's almost like you like looked at my notes beforehand. Was there ever a time in a set where you truly felt like I'm the better player and I could have beat that guy? Like you said, you dropped the combo, or you didn't mess up on punishes, or you didn't get the right amount of like optimal punishes that you could have got. Like, was there? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean, I do feel that way, but not like. I don't really just say it like that. I just feel like I could have won that year if I didn't drop the combo, or the match would have been in a like different scenario if I didn't drop the combo or anything.
Is there any particular set where you wish you could just have that back then, or you just try not to dwell on things like
that? A specific set that I like.
Because I know there's a set that you probably have watched in the past. You're like, damn, I had him, and then I would have.
All right, I can give you one. At E-League,
there we go.
Tokido, when he mashed, all right, I should have blocked.
But I guess it's Tokido, so you wouldn't expect him to mash. But everybody.
Yeah, but it's cool. I mean, it's cool. I wasn't like dripping really, but I don't know. That's the only thing I could think of, really. I'm sorry.
And you said what tournament? I'm sorry, I might have cut you off.
At E-League.
E-League. Man, you did have amazing
He mashed. He said.
Smug had that amazing run, could have won first place at E-League. Oh, I forgot about that. Damn.
No, but it was still a good tournament, to be honest. It was still a good tournament. Too. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, correct.
Yeah, and I think Tokido was playing Akuma. Akuma was, that was a great boss right there. And speaking of Tokido, like, what do you think? Like, what do you think of Street Fighter's current meta and like game now? Like, do you think Balrog is top one? Because we've seen the
no, he's not top one. Don't let these people fool you. Okay, if Balrog was top one, everybody would be playing Balrog. Okay, so and no. See, look, let me tell you something. If Balrog was top one, right? Mm-hmm. How come not everybody's playing him? Like, but remember in Street Fighter 4 when Yun, everybody named Mama was playing Yun. Daigo played Yun.
But wasn't Yun like easier than Balrog? Hey.
No, but if he top one, Yun was top one, everybody played the character. If Balrog is top one, why isn't everybody else playing him?
That's true.
Exactly.
Characters like Seth still exist.
Like he still has no cross up. Let's not forget.
That's true. That's
a huge disadvantage. He's a charged character, so he already takes so much skill to begin with.
Yeah, but then they buff dash punch, and that's only -4 now. I've seen some Balrogs out here abusing and using that thing, letting that motherfucker rip like a Beyblade. But
I mean, he has to do that all day, though, and that's that's cool, but that still doesn't get the job done. He doesn't have a cross up. So not having a cross up in Street Fighter V, it leads you automatically to a mid-tier possibility of a character or to low tier automatically because you lack a cross up. That's one of the main strong mechanics in Street Fighter V to have. Ryu, Ken has it. You get mix-ups and stuff. Balrog, they sacrificed Balrog's cross-up. I don't know why they did him dirty like that. And he does not have a wake-up.
That's true, too, actually. Because I guess there's no visibility frames on that uppercut, right?
Correct. So not having all of these tools, how can he be top one? Akuma has a wake-up DP, wake-up Shoryuken. He has a cross-up. He has like 5 cross-ups.
Not to mention it's hard to anti-air Akuma, too, because of fireballs.
He got like 5 different jump-ins. But Balrog, his jumping actually sucks. Like, if he jumps on you, you could just walk under it, and the Balrog player is going to land, look stupid, and then you just punish him.
You can just walk under. What is? Because don't he have an elbow jump in? But I don't even think that's that good. I'm kind of like drawing a blank on Balrog's jump ins. Like, I don't.
Nah, he doesn't have an elbow jumper. That's Dudley.
Okay.
Dudley, he jumped it with his elbow.
That's right. You're right.
My balrog, he just jumps with like his fist. Like he just clock you on the dome piece.
Yeah, I guess Tokido, he got to take some responsibility, man, because wasn't he playing Urian at one point of the season? And then
That's
like
what
he just goes
saying.
back to Akuma.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about balrog, but we're forgetting about characters like Urian. Oh, that's another conversation. Come on, man. It's already like, come on, man. No, that's another day.
Like, well, okay.
But I just disagree. From my opinion, my personal opinion, technically it's not an opinion, it's a fact. Balrog is not top one.
I would definitely think you would have to trust the expertise in Smug being the Balrog player and main that he is. So what do you think about the current meta or game, especially like V-Shift added anything to it? How do you feel about that?
To be honest, I love that mechanic. That's what the game needed. Because now this is where you can expand your horizons of your fundamentals to a whole nother level. Mm-hmm. With that being said, before you lack defensive options, correct?
Right.
So you can only V-reversal, or you can just take a throw. That's it. You know?
You can take a throw.
Or take a throw. But it used to be so bad where on high level play, you can't do anything because everything can't get shut down, where you can't even take a throw because that can get shimmied. So now you just have to literally let the opponent throw you to death. Well, not to death, but you just have to start taking throws, and then it's making it a worse guess. But now with this V-Shift, for characters that had a throw and with a command grab or something, now you have a V-Shift. So now you have something to kind of escape a lot of mix-ups in the game. So, especially for example, like Armika, mm-hmm. There were situations where she had left-right mix-ups, and now you can V-Shift. So if she goes on the other side, you can just V-Shift to the opposite side and run away. You can escape. So it's a very good mechanic, I think. And you can punish stuff because it's kind of invincible on startup.
Right, and you can get some big combos and some big games.
Yeah, people have been getting exposed in this new patch. I ain't gonna give any names, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
But there's people that have been getting exposed. I've been paying attention to everybody, okay? I've been paying attention.
And that's what it takes to be a pro, ladies and gentlemen.
There's people that's getting... There's people, they don't like that V-Shift mechanic. They don't like that V-Shift mechanic.
Oh, because they had an autopilot. You didn't have to think.
Yeah. So
what you was playing against and what you had to do in certain matchups. Certain matchups just suck, but now, you got options.
Mm-hmm, exactly. Now you have to think.
And now you have to think, if they V-Shift, what are you going to do about that? And even if they don't V-Shift.
Now that's where the games begin. That's where the mind games begin. You're playing mind games.
Which
I'm just going to not V-Shift just to make you think about it the whole game. I could be that slime ball if I want to. I could be that scumbag. I could just the whole round not V-Shift and you thinking about it, and you're not going to play the same.
And then just do it one time just to fuck with their head. Just have them.
Yeah. At the end, they're like, "Oh yeah, I lied."
Like, bro, I was
lied.
Playing with you. It's almost like
I'm playing.
Now, speaking of V-Shift and things of that nature, what is your routine? Like, you're one of the best Balrogs, one of the most elite FGC players in the entire fucking world. What do you practice, like, on some AI stuff? Like, do you practice, or is it just only specific things, or like optimal combos, or you just like try to warm up your hands before you hop in like ranked or like NLPC?
Well, whenever I cut on my stream, I'll learn the game then. And then when I turn my stream off, I go to bed. That's literally the answer. That's all I just like capture whenever I want to play the game.
So you're one of those on the fly learners and learn through experience.
Well, yeah, I still like, I just learn it with the stream. I have like a style where I want to learn together with the people that are watching. So I'm learning as whoever's watching, they're also learning. We're all learning together. So
honestly, the way I learn, I ain't gonna lie to you. I could come up with ideas and I could kind of see a concept, but I'd be cheating. I use some hashtags on Twitter, and like I just steal tech and like, oh, that's how that works. Word, let me use that. Let me utilize that in my game plan. And that's just
Dad, you really kept it real, man. I would have lied to him. I'm like, yeah, I made that tech up. That's like, that was all me.
Well, so, Smug, since you know Chris Matrix, I actually end up telling this story here on the pod. So it was Dragon Ball Fighters, and one of my homies, shout out to Grim, we was playing, and then we was learning, like, I think we was both trying to learn Goku Black. So Chris Matrix uploads this like Goku Black, Kid Buu, and Teen Gohan combo. I'm like, yo, this combo looks sick, right?
Okay.
So I'm thinking, yo, I want to practice it. So I practice it, and I don't even do the full combo extension, but I just get like the gist of it, the hard part. And I uploaded it on Twitter, and I put the hashtag. I'm thinking like I'm just putting the hashtag because it's like, hey, I'm showing Grim like I did it, and I'm showing like people I can do this combo. Chris Matrix tweets at me. I don't even know if he remembers this. He tweets at me. He's like, yo, did you upload my combo? He sends me the link to his Twitter tweet. And I was just like, damn, bro, I ain't seen it. I was just like, I was like, bro, I was just showing you I could do it. I didn't think you could actually do that.
He said, I was just showing you I could do it. I mean,
that was my one hashtag for optimal combos and things of that nature. So I stopped doing that. So congratulations, first and foremost. I think there's a pause button on my mix here. I would press it, but I don't know which one it is. But congratulations for being a homeowner. Aren't you like 24, 25?
No, I'm kind of...
well, okay, you ain't got to say your age. My bad. But as a young black man owning a house, that's a dope-ass feature. And you have roommates. And I think those roommates are some phenomenal people. So what is it like...
oh my God, man.
What is it like living with Punk and I think CJ Truth is right as well, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
so
yeah.
I want you to answer this in 2 parts. What is it like living with them, like as roommates?
Yo, we be having the funniest conversations. They be having me dying every day. Oh my God.
And then what is it like having training partners like that? Because it's one thing to, visit, your homies in NLBC and those elite upper echelon players, but to have Punk and CJ Truth living with you?
Mm-hmm. And my friend Sean, we go as a Psycho.
Okay.
He also plays as well. He plays in the Kali.
Okay. So
and I realized, I think deep down, Psycho is probably the biggest tryhard in the house.
I would be
like Punk is ridiculous. CJ's ridiculous, right? But that dude Psycho, he been trying way too hard with all these different characters, man. All these pocket characters he have.
Bro, like you gotta be the man in the house. You living with 3 other alphas that are cold at the game. Like I would be glad.
Like I don't even know if my friend Psycho is even playing Street Fighter when when we playing. I don't even know if we playing the same game.
Yeah, we were playing that Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, I'm like, dang, just hold on.
Psycho does sound familiar though. Because
he plays
like Psycho _ Florida or something like that?
Yeah, correct. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's a house full of killers. Florida, I think I just learned that Rob TV actually moved from Florida. But I was going to say, Florida might have all the killers now. Outside of IDOM in New York, that Florida is such a strong scene. Oh, my God. But yeah, what's that like? Is it, you said funniest conversations? Anything else that's interesting about living with those guys?
They're just regular cool people. Like, we just be living our lives. That's all I'm going to say. Like, we just be enjoying ourselves. We just making sure everything is fine and cool. And that's pretty much it.
That's dope, but who be cleaning the dishes? Like, I know we all had to have some of those conversations.
That's the question right there.
I mean, we got they just clean up after themselves pretty much.
Oh, okay. All right. Everybody got accountability. You let it hear.
It's crazy. We actually really cool with each other. Like, all right, say if there's a lot of juice in the fridge or something like that, we kind of don't care. Like if you say if it's a carton of juice and you don't want to be that dude where it's almost finished, but you don't want to finish it because, you don't want to be that person who's just drink or whatever. So you just leave a little in there. I kind of don't like that. Just finish it, man.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Just finish it.
Yeah, you give me a drop. What am I going to do with that?
Bro, a top 5, I swear to God, top 5 anime betrayals in life is you think you have enough cereal and milk for cereal. You grab the bowl, you put the cereal in the bowl, and you grab the milk, and there's not enough milk.
Bro,
Yeah, you're done.
like that opening scene from Friday where Craig got that big ass bowl of cereal and then he put.
Now you know what I don't like. Like, let's just say we go. Let's just say we're going shopping, right? And we getting our own food and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I don't mind. Let's just say, for example, I buy some pizza rolls. I personally like pizza rolls. Like, they're cool. The frozen pizza rolls, they're cool.
Still keep it.
And I don't mind. I don't mind if, you know, they eat something like they didn't even tell me. I don't really. I'm not going to make a big of a deal, but don't eat my fast food. If I have it in the refrigerator, if I got my Chinese food, leave that alone. Don't eat my food. Like, really? Like, don't eat my Chipotle. Don't do none of that. But any other food in the refrigerator, you know, I ain't tripping.
Also, don't, like, another pet peeve that I had when I had roommates, don't have it in your hand while you're asking me. Like, ask me first, and then you could grab it or not. Like,
yeah, so let me tell you what happened. I was there too, but this happened with Punk, where he ordered Chipotle, and then one of his friends like just ate his food, like, and he was just like real tight about like, bro, I just ordered that. Like, you can't just be eating people's food like that, even though it's in the house. He thought because I don't know, like we could just eat anything in the house. You can't be doing that.
They can't be doing that at all. Especially if you don't even like the same shit I like. Like, one of my roommates,
this dude was just mad hungry. I'm like, bro, come on, man, you can't be doing that.
I got you some food or something.
Yeah.
Like, I had one of my roommates come into me and he's like, bro, I don't even like tomatoes. And I'm looking, he's eating my shit. I'm like, what nigga? How you gonna eat mine?
Yo, you said somebody don't like tomatoes. I'm with them. I don't like tomatoes either. I think it ruins the sandwich. I don't like tomatoes. It's nasty on burgers. It's not for me.
You know what? Since you a legend, I'm gonna let it slide. But I can't.
You a tomatoes guy?
Yes, I'm a tomatoes guy. Well, all right, what you put on your burger then, bro?
Bro, you put tomatoes on your burger?
What?
You the only one. You put tomatoes on there?
I'm the weird one now.
I just got that. Hold up.
Okay. Well, so what y'all put on your burgers then? Y'all can't just be out here slandering tomatoes and not.
I just put the lettuce and then the cheese.
Yeah, and, cheese lettuce. Yeah,
that's about it. Fuck, I don't.
What you put on your burger, Smug?
Literally lettuce and cheese and maybe some ketchup, maybe, you know.
I mean, I'm not.
Yo, do y'all do mayo on your shit?
Nah.
Yeah, that's good.
Y'all can miss me with that texture.
You already excluded from this conversation when you mentioned you put tomatoes on your burgers.
Smug, you put mayo on your burger. Your burger's working. Like, mayo got that
mayo.
texture.
No, mayo is not bad. They do that in burger restaurants. You know that, right? They have ketchup and mayo.
And then guess what's getting taken off that motherfucker?
But no tomatoes though. I don't see no tomatoes in a cheeseburger.
Bro, it's called LTO for a reason, bro. What you mean?
LTO?
Nah, man.
Lettuce, tomato, and onion. Like, come on.
LTO?
Yeah. That's the go-to default burger.
Knock it off.
Now. I can't believe y'all got the slender burgers. But there is something that I want to talk about, and I want to get your mindset about. I feel like, at least me personally, I love watching like the greats explain like just their thought process and just stuff that they went through and like just getting that perspective because like everybody wants to be on that level or do things like that. So I want to talk about one of your last offline matches in 2019 Capcom Cup, first round, Bon-Chan.
Oh my God, yo.
Second seed, excuse me. It was playing Karen. Everybody like, oh, Bon-Chan finna move on. But then there was a few people in the background that was like, yo, Smug kind of nice. Hold on, it's Smug. And I don't know if you know this. At the time, 2017, Bon-Chan had beat you. But 2019, you were 2-0 at this point in Capcom Cup. Before you even fought him at Capcom Cup, you beat him 2 times to 0. So were you confident because you knew that? Were you confident because you was playing G? Like, what was that mindset? What was that thought process during that set?
I just believed. I just didn't want to just say, oh, it's Bon-Chan. Well, I don't want to win. That's literally the mentality that's going to happen if you don't just give yourself confidence, you will lose.
Right.
So I'm not going to just let him body me in the tournament. I can't just do that. I worked hard to qualify in the first place,
And can you speak on that on the fly adjustments? Because I don't know if Bonchan was a big Smug fan or something like that, but he was acting like he won't get command grab, and he really didn't want to get command grab. So whether that was delaying his jab or jumping every chance he got in those situations where he thought you might, command grab him, can you just talk about how you just made the adjustments to win? And like, were you staggering him more? And like, if you remember, that's it. I know it's been a while, but
it has been a while, but see, it was so much going on in the match where for me to explain something like that, I got to make another like video, an hour of, explain it. No, not that long. But I feel like just keep your composure. Don't get nervous. Because when you get nervous, the more mistakes you make, Bonchan is a very solid player. So obviously I had to be on my A game, and I just played it slow paced. Took my time. After each match, like if he wins the game, all right, I'm going back to the character select screen, and I'm going to think about that last match. Why'd I lose? Okay, cool. I lost because he kept throwing me or something, or I kept teching, so he kept shimmying me, or I was pressing too many buttons. Let me chill more the next game. Or there's some times where in the match where I played too patient, where he was just better at the game, like the patient game. And I said, you know what, maybe I should try doing more offense. Maybe I should like rush him down more. And I was actually working a lot of the rounds,
Yeah, because he was also abusing that standing medium kick. Like he was trying to keep you out as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like it's just Bonchan, like he makes you play that way. You're gonna have to take your time. Like he's waiting for you to make your mistake. Mm-hmm. He's waiting.
Like as soon as you throw out a normal, he's gonna punch you.
Yeah.
And like, that was probably one of the highlight sets of that weekend. Like just the fact that she was able to.
I appreciate it.
And like how you was able to play. And was there ever a time where you wanted to switch to like balrog, or were you just like, nah, I'm gonna stick the course with G and see how this goes?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. I'm like, I don't need to play balrog. Nah, I like G. I like G for the matchup. It just feels better, and it's more I could work with. G has a cross up. Balrog does not have a cross up. So, and G has a fireball. Balrog does not have a fireball. G can kick. Balrog can't kick. Okay. But that's another thing I meant to say. Balrog is a boxer. He is limited because he does not use his legs at all, only for just movement. That's it. That's cool. But these people in this game, they be cheating. They be doing all kinds of kicks. They be using weapons in this game. They be bugging.
You be fighting like ninjas and.
Yeah, like Cody, he be using pipes. That's stupid.
It's supposed to be a mirror. How are you gonna use a pipe and a knife?
Yeah, there's people that got legit superpowers like orbs and stuff. People be teleporting and stuff. Name one person that can teleport in real life. Exactly. They got some science fiction moves in this game.
Not to mention, you knew it was kind of trouble for Balrog when he punched Mika in the face and she just took it. Like, in the story mode.
Oh, wow.
She just took it like a champ. And you're like, oh, well, Balrog can't only do so much. So, obviously, we don't know in the foreseeable future, but sooner rather than later, Street Fighter 6 will exist. What do you want to see? Like, what is the number one thing that Smug wants to see? Is it a character? Is it a mechanic? Is it...
Yeah, I want to see code? I want to see what they brought to the table. Let's see what they got. Why do they? I want to know why you decided to make another Street Fighter 6, like another Street Fighter right now. What do you have to offer that we would like? Let's see what you got. That's all.
I see.
I like seeing new things.
So how were you about when the game? Because the game first came out, it was pretty bare basics, but obviously you got time to improve. Are you on the philosophy where you would want that game to be bare basics like how it was before, or would you want them to develop and kind of push back, kind of like Guilty Gear Strive is doing, to where they're taking their time?
I mean, see, I'm not sure exactly what they are doing, but it looks like they were taking their time, so that's why they're adding so many seasons to Street Fighter, probably, to my knowledge. I don't know how many seasons they are going to do, because how many seasons were there for Street Fighter 4, if you know?
Well,
it was a couple. So you have vanilla,
arcade, I want to say.
Well, you have vanilla, then you have Super Street Fighter, then you have Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition, then you have Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition version 2012.
Yeah, they have.
And then you have Ultra Street Fighter 4. See, that's a lot of seasons.
That's probably
so that's what I'm saying.
Why they're only on 6.
Yeah, so I think they probably adding more seasons just so they can probably have more time to work on the next Capcom game. Maybe it's not even Street Fighter 6. Maybe it's another alpha game or something. I don't know what they're doing.
I mean, shoot, if I'm with an alpha series, like I think the alpha
series. Yeah, because that would be cool. Or another like a crossover game. What if they made a Street Fighter across Tekken 2 or something? I don't know.
Well, Tekken's big. Tekken is pretty much got the handle as far as fighting games go. I think the next thing they need to do and they need to emphasize is adding a legitimate GGPO netcode. Because I feel like if the netcode of Street Fighter is better, man, everybody and their mama on Street Fighter. Like literally, there's some people that just don't play Street Fighter at all because the netcode's bad, especially with how the world is now. We don't know when the next offline tournament's going to be. Like it could be 2022. Like I feel like they need to emphasize that online feature, and once they do that, they can pretty much do no wrong. I hope Street Fighter listens and actually does that because I think they need it.
I think so too. That would be cool to have. But I still think like I just like the position they're still going with this game in the meantime what we're working with.
Yeah, I feel like this
so that's what I'm saying. Like the V-Shift mechanic, I feel like is going to put this game. This game is completely different now with a V-Shift. It's a completely different game. Like you kind of have to relearn it.
Yeah, because it really is going to depend on.
It's literally a different game.
Value because before like the V system, it's like yeah, you might V reversal once or twice, but really in actuality you're just holding on to it till you get V trigger, and then that's when you get the comeback mechanic because you're a whole different character. Now it's like, well, what do you value? Do you want to get the pressure off of you? Do you want to use V shift because you're going to get some V gauge back and then get that V trigger? Like it's so many different things that you could do in the game now currently.
Yo, ever since this V shift came out, do you know how many people were in the lab? You know how many people were in the lab the first day? Yo, this is the most I ever seen. So many people in a battle lounge. You know, like when you your favorites list of all the people that are online on the CFN.
That you just see all the colors.
Yeah. Like, everybody was online when the new patch just came out. Everybody, you see all different kind of color menus, training, arcade.
Bro, it's that sense of hope, bro. Like, because ain't nobody.
When Dan came out,
ain't nobody on quicker than someone that like, I'm limited because Akuma exists, Seth exists. They're broken. I can't do nothing with my character. I play this character. V Shift gave everybody a shot. And now everybody's like, well, shit, I could probably hop on there and beat everybody. No, you still kind of suck if you don't put in the time or put in that work. But, you know what I'm saying? If it helps the game and it helps everybody else get stronger in different matchups and things like that, I'm all here for it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm assuming Dudley is your favorite character of all Street Fighters? Right?
Yeah, so he's my favorite character.
So... how would you feel if Dudley was in Street Fighter 5 right now? Like, do you think he would be top tier? Do you think his V triggers would work? I don't know how you would build this character because obviously I can't speak on Dudley more than you. But how would you feel if he was in Street Fighter 5?
I don't know. I think he would probably be really good. But at the same time, he's going to be completely different than how he's designed in Street Fighter 4 and Street Fighter Third Strike.
Mm-hmm. And that's the serious part. Is like, I don't know what that
exactly. So they're just going to make a new design, like in the Street Fighter 4 with Ibuki, she was mainly with the neck breaker vortexes. And now in this game, her V trigger left, right mix ups with the bombs and stuff. She got bombs in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Each model is just going to be different. That's all. So I'm not sure. I think overall he'll probably be at least like mid-high, maybe.
Probably in your hands high. He could probably.
I hope so, or I hope he's really good if he joins the game. But if not, it's cool. Like
I definitely think they got to put him in 6 though. If he's not,
if they put him in 6, that's okay.
Because I am curious to see what they would do after like this season, but Hopefully they add all the characters because I think Karen was a nice touch to this game. I think Armika was. I think Birdie as well. Like there were some characters in this game that I added, and I was like, oh, they're kind of sick. Going back because my first Street Fighter that I took serious and like competitively, if you will, was Street Fighter 5. So the fact that I was able to go back and appreciate other characters was kind of sick. I don't know if you know this, but like I would say like El Chicote is my best friend in the FGC. That man plays El Forte. I don't know how y'all dealt with that. That just looks toxic.
That was a very toxic character in Street Fighter 4. You don't want to lose to an El Forte tournament. You don't want to lose to El Forte. That character. So you had El Chacote. You had Pepper Day playing El Forte. Yeah, you had Spabrog. It was so many people. Like that was a very hard character, and that was a very scary character to play against in tournament.
It don't even look like he's doing neutral. It looks like he's just like running around. Like he's just doing whatever.
Yeah, and he's doing splashes and it's like left-right mix-ups. Like he has splashes that crosses up, so you have to block right when he's in the air. And then if you block right, he has one where he jumps, just like the splashes, but it grabs you. So you can't even sit there all the time and try to block left and right. You can't block the air grab.
That just sounds like a matchup nightmare. I just couldn't imagine.
Yeah. Smug. And you got to think fast. Let me add that in there. You got to think fast.
Because that's a fast-ass character. I would argue one of the fastest in the game, too.
Yeah, my man just running full screen around the whole court and whatnot.
Not to mention that little loop. I don't know if you ever see Shock's clip.
Oh, yeah. He has an infinite loop. He got a back slap. The backhand loop combo or something.
Too. That's that character's so disrespectful. Smug, if you could go pro in any other game, a fighting game, MOBA, any other game. I know you had some Fortnite skills. We did see that. Like I remember, I've been following you on IG for a while, and I do see the clips of the dubs and things of that nature. But if you had to go pro in any other game, what would you go pro in?
That would be a cool game to be a pro in. Fortnite, that'd be cool. Call of Duty would be cool as well. 2K.
Okay, if you've been in 2K, what position though?
And mainly like 2K and more like probably like COD. I really want to be like Warzone, to be honest.
Really? You like the battle royale aspect?
Like that's what everybody's really be on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. I was saying like with Warzone, like I think. Like any of those shooting games would be cool.
See, it would be cool, but oh man, that RNG aspect is so crazy. I guess it wouldn't be bad as if you was in a battle royale tournament, but it was more so about points.
Yeah, like imagine with your whole team, that would be lit. Your whole squad, y'all getting W's together. That's cool.
But then as soon as you die first round, you got to go back to the queue. Everybody's feeling hurt.
Yeah. They might snuff you after the tournament, but they're like, hey, what was that, man? I'm sorry. Like, shut up, man.
Like, bro, I thought it was one shot, bro. I swear I hit him. He's like, man, you ain't hit that man at all. He had a full armor bag. Well, it's funny that I didn't mention other games. Have you ever felt, burnt out with Street Fighter 5? Or like, if you did, like, what did you do? How did you get like really interested in playing it? Or like, do you feel like you take the right amount of breaks when it comes to that game? Or?
I mean, I feel like there are times where I do play. That's why I play different games, so I won't get bored from just playing the same game all of the time. So sometimes I play Mortal Kombat. Sometimes I play like playthrough games and stuff. So I'm about to start like doing a playthrough on my stream, Yakuza. I want to try to do all of them probably. So
that's dope, and that's the
like I want to try different games and stuff, like playthroughs and doing vlogs and stuff. So
I see a lot of people that like they always talking about how bad of a game Street Fighter is, but they're always playing it every single day, and it's like I know that has to be mentally taxing. Like you're probably going crazy.
But I mean, I ain't gonna lie, like. I've seen some, like, a game I kind of don't want to be a top player in? What's the Smash community. I'm going to tell you why.
Okay, tell me why.
I saw this video on YouTube. There was a Salt compilation of ice climbers beating people in tournaments. I literally saw that. I'm like, oh, hell nah. I ain't going, oh my God, I'll be damned if I lose to a computer.
So I don't know.
All right, so Ice Climbers is pretty much. All right, so it's like two characters in one.
Yeah, I know who Ice Climbers are.
Right. So what happened in the video was the guy, he knocked the main guy off the cliff, but the partner who was the computer was the one that had an attack.
Oh, wow.
And then he killed the guy and he won the tournament.
Wow, let the computer play for you. That's kind of funny.
The computer won.
Like, yo, so you
the computer. Imagine how you get carried by the computer in tournament.
That's crazy. Just imagine, but yeah, I play Ice Climber, and they play. I don't want no casual. Bro.
That's my kind of character.
Like, because I know. I think I don't know if you know this, but we're from Iowa, and I know that Iowa had a big like Smash community scene, and I think like one tournament I went to that was like local. They had like 20 or 40 or 50 deep just for the Smash, and that was like, yeah, Ice Climber banned, bro. It's like, yeah, what you gonna do with that? And I think a few other characters were banned and things of that nature too. The next thing I was going to ask, what is next for Smug? I know you said that you wanted to get into more games.
Oh, I can't announce that, to be honest. I kind of can't.
All right,
but just stay tuned to further announcements in the future. That's all I can say. I can't say anything, but
I was gonna say, is it more content creators, or you still gonna compete as much? But I mean, if you can't say nothing, you can't.
Well, yeah, there's gonna be it's supposed to have the CPT opening again next month, I believe. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to be competing in the tournaments, online CPT. So,
I mean, online CPT is going to be oof. But you did well last year, no?
Yeah. I qualified.
Okay.
For Capcom Cup online.
But then did you end up, I'm sorry, I don't know, I didn't think I watched it, but did you end up doing that thing where it was like an exhibition? Because they changed it, right?
Yeah.
How did that go? I didn't watch it.
Look, let me just break it down. The sun was in my eyes. Oh. It was like a very odd distraction in the match, and it kind of like messed me up.
Right. I mean, you just moved to Florida.
Last round.
Hot and bright.
Florida's hot. I didn't expect, I'm coming from a very colder climate. I came from New York, so I didn't realize how beautiful the weather was down here. So, the beauty of the weather, it caught me off guard. The sunset, it cooked me. So,
Yeah, I understand. Who
Idom
did you
got
end up
me.
Playing against in that then?
I played Idom. It was close. It was close. He beat me 4-3 last round.
You know what? That sun do be bright, especially Idom. When he be in New York, Idom like a robot. Mm-hmm. Like that man on a warpath. Shout out to him. That's thing. But I only have one more question for you, Smug. And I'm ass at Street Fighter, but what I'm saying, Mortal Kombat 11, I do see you play. I just need a set on the YouTube channel. Like we ain't gotta say today, we ain't gotta say tomorrow. Just sometime in the foreseeable future, I need a set against Smug and the Street Fighter or MK11. Could we make that happen?
Well, I'm kind of forced to say yeah. Like you kind of forced me to say yeah. How would I look? All right. So all right. Let's have this scenario. Ask me that question again.
Yo, Smug, I'm just curious to know if I could get a set.
Man, hell no. See, now how would I look? I look crazy, right? I'll take that back. Yeah, we can play.
You don't look crazy. You can say no.
Come on, I look mean. Like, I can't say no. If you ask me a question like that on the spot, look, everybody looking, you can't say no.
Look, Smug, you're a great player. You're a legend in the FGC. You could do no wrong. You can say no.
I'm cool, man. We can play.
Now, I could, use this as leverage and just highlight that last part and send it to event hubs and just I just wanted to play one of the favorite players in the world. But I didn't.
No, we could play. No, I'm down.
Okay, word. I think me and Tyler got a few topics left, but you're more than welcome to leave. And if you want to, any closing statements you want to say, anything you want to promote, please, Smug. This floor is yours. If you want to promote Twitch, YouTube, whatever, Rise, whatever, the floor is yours.
All right. Well, make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel, Smug, SMUG. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at Smug, SMUG. The Beast, DABEAST. Same on my Instagram at SmugDeBeast, SmugDaBeast. And my Twitch is SmugDeBeast TV.
Hey, it's all
I'm sorry. Look, you said the floor is mine. My bad.
Hey,
no, but that's thank you guys for having me. Pretty much.
Thank you for
no doubt.
But I looked at you differently though. You really be having tomatoes on your burgers? Like, oh nah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
This was a safe space. Oh. I thought tomatoes were cool. Like,
what?
Everybody like tomatoes. I don't use them big tomatoes, like the little short round. Nah, I don't like those. It's not like it's gotta be a fresh tomato. Like,
nah, it's all right. You got a thing for tomatoes. It's all good.
It's all good. I ain't trying to hear no more.
Yeah, like it's okay. Like you got a thing for tomatoes. It's all right. It's all right, man.
If I check, because I'm uploading this tonight, and then I'm gonna have it already. I'm gonna have it uploaded tonight, and I'm gonna have it on YouTube tomorrow. I swear to God, if all I see is slander of tomatoes, I'm gonna be tight. The next episode. I'm gonna be tight the next week. I might not cheer for you the next set. I don't know.
Oh, come on, man. Because I don't eat tomatoes.
Hey, they might help you, bro. You know what I'm saying? They healthy for you.
They are healthy for you.
/fruit. I don't know. Like,
but on my burgers though, I don't know about all of that.
You don't know about all that. Well, okay. What do you eat tomatoes on? Since we talking about
it. Like I don't really eat tomatoes, but I don't mind it like on a regular sandwich, I guess. But like on the burgers, nah.
But y'all be putting mayo. I can't do the mayo. I can't do it.
Mayo is cool. Mayo. You ever had like a tuna fish sandwich?
Oh, tuna. Nah.
What?
I can't fuck with tuna.
I can't even.
What?
I like seafood though. I do like some seafood, but tuna is just
what?
I think it's
y'all are not normal. What? Y'all like tuna fish sandwiches? Y'all ever had a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Like, is that new to y'all or something?
We have peanut, bro. Like Smug, you made it, bro. You ain't gotta eat tuna no more. You can eat the exotic lobster.
Nah, I ain't giving that up. That's good food and you save money. Okay, I don't care.
This man living a good life.
True.
I got a house talking about some tuna. You better have
a tuna fish sandwich, chilling.
Oh man, you bugging out. Breath gonna be stinky.
I'll drink some water. I'll be all right.
Drink some water. You better brush your teeth after.
Yeah, brush my teeth, floss. I'll be all right.
Smug. My guy. I appreciate you more than you know.
Hey, man. It ain't nothing, man.
Even though you eat tuna, I still fuck with you. Still my guy. All right, Smug. I'll talk to you later, brother.
All right, man. All Take it easy.
Appreciate you. Yeah, shout out to Smug, man. That was cool.
He's cool people.
And that didn't sound too bad as far as the audio goes. So hopefully it didn't sound too bad for you guys. We're going to keep the podcast going for a little bit.
We're going to keep on rolling.
I want us to get Tyler into this. You went to an art event this past weekend. What was the event called? And like, how did that go for you?
It was called The Move. It was part 4. It was a fourth segment of the art showcase featuring all the locals from our boy Mike Fom to Borg to Colt.
Shout out to all of them.
Neat
Gotta get them
was
on the
there.
podcast too.
Boy, Jordan was there. Shout out to Drew. All them folks. And yeah, it was nice to see those guys. It was nice to link up. I haven't seen my boys in a while, so it was good to be back in that environment as far as like seeing, you know, all types of creators from different like styles, different walks of life, you know, and see what they could present to the world. And, you know, it was a beautiful thing. And shout out to my boy Phoenix too.
Is that
did
something
his thing
that you would want to ever take part of or something along those lines?
I thought about it real hard and I don't know, maybe.
I can see your art being in something like that and I can see you killing it. But is that your style, I guess?
I guess maybe. Like I said, I haven't really thought about it like that, but like I don't know. I enjoy looking at other people's art more than I guess my own, so to speak. That's not to say like I hate my own shit. It's just that like I don't know. It's just I never wanted to be showcased in that light. I guess. So.
I guess you like the art for more of the work rather than the showcase.
We could say that, yeah.
Because like the only places that your art's been is kind of like Instagram, right? Or because I know you be tagging like the magazines and the posts, and you get love. A lot of those. Shout out to all of them that give you love, and like just posting on the story. It's just big enough.
I was published a couple times.
Oh, really?
Iowa Ports Magazine with me and Liz. I still got the magazine somewhere around here.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to show me that. I never knew that. That's sick.
But yeah, I think some internet ones, some online ones with Hannah. Shout out to Hannah.
Shout out to Hannah.
But yeah, that's always fun. That's always gives me a nice little thrill to look at. It's also what kind of keeps me going a little bit.
Oh, it has to be motivating. Like just seeing your peers and seeing what they're doing. Like that has to be like that. Like I want to do that type environment.
Right. Yeah.
And you are good. You're just as good as them. It's just like you're not. You just got a different vibe. Like I hope it's one of those things that your vibe gets paid for. I guess you know what I'm saying, because it's like you work hard. Like I'm not just saying this for the podcast. I'm not just saying this because you're my brother. Like you work hard and your work is dope. Like I just hope that you get what you're owed. I guess if you will.
Right.
What else was I gonna say? Anything else that happened at the event that maybe some collabs, some things that like got you excited? Did you meet any like you ain't gotta say nobody's name or nothing like that, but did you meet any models or just anything that like kind of re-woke you up to get you more motivated?
Kind of, sort of. I met a couple models that were there. I introduced myself and just pretty much just seeing everybody's work. It kind of just got me going a little bit as far as like motivation to get back into it. Cause if you don't know, I've been on like a kind of like a hiatus where I was just getting my mental health right and stuff like that. And just kind of reevaluating my life situations and things of that sort. So like, I haven't really been able to like conversate with people about, podcast stuff or photography stuff. So it was really fun to get into that light again. And I liked it, and I enjoyed it.
I'm happy to see my brother getting back to that light and doing the damn thing because no one deserves it more than you. And honestly, when you put your mind to it, you do it. So I'm
still going to take it easy. Like I'm not.
There's no reason to rush the stroke. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If you feel like, because you're still like doing shoots. So I want to say at least once a week.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it to at least once a week. I'm trying to get to posting probably back to 2 to 3 a month.
Yeah, because I like the Instagram algorithm is kind of like weird to figure out.
It sucks asshole.
It can. It can.
To be honest with you.
Honestly, I just want to get to the point where I could get 10K so that way I can have you swipe up right then and there and you could still be on Instagram, but like looking at the YouTube video or the podcast and listening to it, but still being on Instagram. That's really the only thrive I have for Instagram. But I still don't understand it either. It's hard to grow on that mug.
Honestly, yeah.
I wanted to talk about the Lil Nas video because I guess this man, the new one he dropped for the Call Your Name. So I guess he's giving Satan a lap dance in the video.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I guess he's giving Satan a lap dance, and I guess he kills Satan in the video. But I guess
why?
I haven't watched it all the way through yet, but as far as I'm concerned, it's like in a way of killing him is getting people to accept his sexuality, I believe. I'm probably misquoting, so I do apologize, but I don't get, just because he wore like sneakers that had 666 on it and he's giving the devil a lap dance and all this crazy shit, everybody wants to be, do the thing that everybody does when a music video comes out and it's controversy and everybody wants to gripe on Lil Nas and stuff like that. Honestly, I think people are more upset that the song's catchy and it's a wild-ass video because, think about it, there's been plenty of wild-ass videos. Like, this is not the first time, it's not the last time. Like, all right, it involves Satan and involves Lil Nas X. If y'all want to really be offended,
I've never heard no shit like that.
We might have to watch it after this podcast so we can give an update.
In all my 26 years.
But listen, so like, bro, tip drill's a thing. Like Nelly swiped a credit card on a stripper's ass.
I remember that shit. That was funny.
And we was bro.
I was like 10 years old.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Like we was young as shit. Like that was a wild video. The Anaconda video was considered a wild video.
It was crazy as fuck, man.
Like WAP is considered a wild video. It's like
they were in a swimming pool too. Now
and
I think about it, it was a kiddie pool, man.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like, and that was on BET Uncut. Like that was the shit we wasn't even supposed to see. Like niggas was just up. And what's crazy is like Anaconda was a wild video. Stan was a wild video. Like there's every musician, artist has some sort of wild fucking video. You know what I'm saying? Migos being fucking like El Chapo and shit. Like everything is a wild video in some sort of capacity. It's just like, what are you going to get upset about? I just think motherfuckers are upset because the song's catchy. It's a catchy ass hook. I ain't even listened to the full song yet. I just only seen it on TikTok and I'll be bobbing my head every time. But do you have any thoughts, opinions on it? Even though you haven't seen it, we both haven't seen the video too. So we're kind of, I'm just talking of what I've heard.
Wow. So I don't know what I might look at. I don't know what to say to that. Other than, I mean, people have their own style. People are creative in their own heads. And fuck. That's all I gotta say, man. Like, I mean, like, keep doing you. That's the most important part. Whether you think people will hate it or not, if you like it, then that's all that really matters, I guess.
Because at the end of the day, you do have to live your own life. So
exactly.
If it's your life to live and you're happy, kudos to you. That's all and only the thing that everybody strives for. I don't know. I just think it's because it's a catchy song with a wild ass video. And I mean, you know, Lil Nas X is pretty self-aware of like social media and stuff like that. So if anything, if it gets the conversation going, you did your job. You know, if it gets people interested in looking at it, you did your job. So I might check it out after this podcast and then give you another update on my personal opinion. But I mean, I've seen wilder shit. Like,
I've been through wilder shit.
Music videos are not really the end all be all. You know what I mean?
Ow.
Anything else that you wanted to talk about or cover?
See what's going on in the world today. You know, tomorrow's supposed to be like 45 degrees. Today was like 72.
I heard tomorrow's supposed to be super windy.
It's fucking stupid as hell. It was super windy today, which damn near carried my car into the back of a Mack truck. I almost died this morning, ladies and gentlemen.
That's still super scary to hear about. And
lead was almost in that big garage up in the sky.
You know, what the fuck was it called? What is the... Oh, my God. What is, like, the 90s movie that, like, everybody always dies? And I guess, like, there was that one scene where they was on a highway or freeway or some shit, and then there was that log truck that it was just carrying some random big-ass logs right in front of them. You know
Final Destination.
Yeah, I feel like every time that I'm in the highway and there's, like, a semi on my left and there's a semi on my right and I'm right in the middle... Bro, I fell on.
See, I feel like shit like that is just natural selection. Like, you can't do shit. You can't do shit about that, man. You're just gonna have to take it as is. And if you live, you live. And if you die,
nah, fuck, well. Nah, I need a do-over.
Yeah.
If that's natural selection, I need a do-over. Like,
you ain't gonna get a do-over.
That's nah. God gotta run me back my
no
check.
Fucking restart. You think if somebody were to like actually restart your life, do you think they will go like literally restart as such, or they'll go back to like
I want you to answer this in
like
two parts.
adolescence or like toddler or baby years?
I mean, where would you want to even go back to? Like,
because I feel like that's God. I feel like that's God's loophole. Like he'd be like, all right, I'm gonna restart your life, but I'm gonna restart all of it. Like,
nah, make me. I want to be.
That'd be some crazy shit, right? I would love to be a baby again.
Nah, I want to start 18.
Nah. Fuck that. Baby Tyler was not cool. I would go back to elementary.
Nah, I want to go back to
days.
Actually, you know what? Oh, this is gonna sound controversial. Fuck it, we here now.
I'm not meeting you.
Nigga, yeah, you would meet me regardless. But, because we was the same age, Goofy. Honestly, it's going to sound controversial, but I love all the people that I did meet in Arizona and stuff like that. But I would not go to Arizona. Fuck that. I had my shit set. Like, I was paying school. School was paid for. I had a solid job. I got off at 8 o'clock every night. Like, niggas' money was right. I ain't had no debt. Like, I was good. I went to Arizona, fucked that all the way up. So I would go back to.
Yeah.
Like,
what happens?
Bro, I would get my shit right. Probably just work. Or I'd maybe pull a U and not even go to school and just work. Because honestly, college debt is really not all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah, fuck yeah, do that.
So, but are you dead ass serious that you would go back to being a baby?
Fuck no, I don't want to go back to being a baby.
Well, I mean, elementary.
God. What?
Well, elementary.
Elementary?
Elementary wasn't that crack. Yeah, it was alright, but wasn't it?
Elementary was stupid. I was a badass little fucker. I was literally stealing shit out of people's lockers. Oh, fucking.
Damn, you was out of pocket. You know, now I think about it, I used to hate lines. Like, I used to hate elementary lines.
Line leaders?
Line leaders, niggas cutting. Like, I used to hate all that.
My big ass would take my ass to a fucking water fountain at least 3-4 times. Take that little, that pencil hall pass.
You used to be a nasty nigga in elementary school. You used to wear two XL. Like,
yeah, man.
Nigga, whatever. Like, you're supposed to
I would wear like a t-shirt underneath that was like a 3X, and then I would wear
just be hot the whole day.
And I would wear like a 2X with like another color.
Be having a 2X and a 2X on, be hot, wondering why.
It's crazy as hell, man.
Hell no. Yeah, I wouldn't.
With the South Poles too.
Lunch was lit though. You remember you used to put your like name? I don't know if y'all did this, but like you would have to put your name under whether you want a hot lunch or cold lunch and a little thing. And that'd be like the hardest decision I had to make in elementary. I'd be like, damn.
I always thought the people that had the hot lunches were like the rich kids kind of. I don't know why.
But I thought you could choose. You can't choose.
I didn't ever choose. I don't think my pops gave a fuck. He's like, as long as this man's getting fed, I don't care.
I think you could choose. If
I ended up with cold lunch every day. Well, that meant, I had to bring my own lunch.
No, cold. Well, sometimes I think cold lunch. I thought cold lunch was a salad.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't remember. I just know I was bringing my own shit for a while.
I remember that like there was an option for cold lunch and hot lunch, but I was bougie, so I never picked cold lunch. I was like, nigga, I want my shit hot. Like, fuck, like, I didn't know we didn't have a microwave here that I could use. So what the fuck am I finna do with this cold ass lunch?
See, that's what you get. See, that's when you get a pass and you get the pencil passes, the hall passes. You go up in the teacher's lounge. You heat that shit up.
Are you trying to get ISS? Niggas trying to get in school suspension.
I have never gotten ISS in elementary school. Fuck that.
I did once. I forgot what I did.
Stupid fucker.
Bro, don't call me stupid when you used to skip a lot.
We're talking about high school. That's high school. What the fuck? The fuck do I need to skip an elementary school for?
I mean, bro, I only got that once. And I think that was because I was doing some dumb shit. I ain't gonna lie. It didn't help that I got exposed to older kids. Older kids didn't give a fuck. Like, them niggas was wild. I'm like, because I was in, I think PMA. And PMA.
What was IMA?
Or maybe it's one of the two. I don't know if
there was a PMA and there was an IMA. What the fuck is the difference?
Because one of them was K through 2 and then the other one was 3 through 5. So I was in the one that was 3 through 5. So I don't know if that's IMA or PMA. I can't remember off the top of my head. But I was in that one.
The one with the little ass classroom that you can only like stay in like for like a.
No, nigga, don't, no, nigga, because we both know who was in that motherfucker. And like, I don't even know if I can give them a shout out. Fuck it, they can't read or listen anyway. So I'm talking about the people I'm talking about, not the whole people in that class.
Disrespectful to a certain group of people.
I'm talking about the people I'm talking about, not the people in that whole class.
We're treading hot water now.
Because one of our homies was in that motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck him. I don't give a shit about him.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Put his name out there.
Actually, you know who had the littest room in elementary? And lie to me and say I'm not telling the truth.
Mr. Larkin. He was
I ain't saying no names. I ain't saying no names. No. I'm not even talking about teacher's room. I'm talking about the nurse room. Nurse room was lit. Go get you a little nap. Go get you a little mint.
I don't know. I like music. I was always a music dude. Remember when our music teacher had that big ass drum, that big ass like snare drum?
Yeah. Or you remember when we could get those?
Dude, I put a hole in that.
Nigga, how?
I hit it so hard, I put a hole in it. Everybody was just tapping it, tapping it. And then I was next in the line. I was like, boom.
Man, you was a special child. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I got my card moved for that. Like, you know how you had cards? You put that shit to green, then it was yellow, then it was orange. And if it gets to red, well, you might as well kill yourself. you might as well not go home for the day.
Yeah, you was out of pocket for that.
I've never gotten to red. I've gotten to green before. I've gotten to yellow. I've gotten to orange.
I got a few yellows.
I know your fucking ass got to red a couple times.
No, I never did. I wasn't a bad kid in elementary. I just was chilling. Fuck, you made me lose my train of thought though. What were we talking about? Oh, you remember the recorders?
I would literally get stomped out if it was red. What?
The recorders?
Yeah.
Those were lit. And then, bro, I'd be pissed if I couldn't.
Did you ever, they gave us an option of colors. I always had blue because my favorite color was blue.
Nigga, we ain't had no colors. What the fuck are you talking about?
You could choose your colors.
No, that's that rich shit.
Yeah, I chose blue.
And nobody else had blue. We all had black.
Everybody had red. No, I know motherfuckers had green.
No, are you talking about the little string at the end?
Yeah.
That's because of what level you reach, Goofy.
No, I'm talking about the fucking color of the recorder.
I'm telling you, we only had black.
Why the fuck did y'all only have black?
Because that's all we could get. No, but the only reason, because we had black, 3rd grade had black, 4th grade had black, 5th grade had black.
Oh, yeah. I know the color system as far as like the little strings go.
But that's why but that's what I'm saying is like, that's why we had it all black. So we could have that string system and shit.
That's stupid as hell.
Nigga,
I had
you
all
just
the
rich.
strings.
I don't know. Nigga, you were that good at recording?
I wasn't bad.
I only had like 3 or 4.
The fuck is it?
That's after a while, like your hands just mine. And also in elementary, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to watch cartoons while I get on fucking recording practice.
Give me this little plastic ass recorder. Where the fuck the drums at? Where the fuck guitars at? That's what I was
trying to
sign up
for drum class.
What?
You had to sign up for that because then I was in piano. Piano was lit because they used to get me outside of it. They'd be like, yo.
Did you have piano?
Mm-hmm.
I signed up for one drum class and I was like, fuck this shit. And I was out.
Nigga, then how you gonna sit with this?
And I love drums now, but like, I should have stayed in there.
I should have stayed in piano, but the teacher snowed. So I was like, I don't want to do this. Not to mention, like, she would pull me out of class.
No, because I had to stay after school fucking learn how to play drums.
Mine was in class, so like I got pulled out.
I'm not staying after school if I don't have to. So that's one of the things that was like, okay, deal breaker.
Well, that makes sense though. But
remember being on safety patrol?
Yeah.
That was the stupidest fucking shit ever.
Yeah, I ended up getting in trouble for that. Because I ended up quitting like the second to last week. And then
you didn't get to go to the pizza party.
No, but listen, that's what I'm saying. It's like I was telling one of my homies, I ended up quitting, and they're like, yo, we got a pizza party, da da da. And I was trying to tell them, I'm like, yo, nigga, I'm not involved in the pizza party. Like, I can't go. I quit. He's like, no, you was on, this is, elementary kids. You was on safety patrol, bro. You still should be able to go. I'm like, fuck it. So I went. I ain't gonna say the name now, but I'll tell you after the pod. But tall, lanky ass, Ryan, what you doing here?
He did say that.
I was like, I thought I was cool. He's like, bro, go sit outside. Nigga took my pizza. I had to sit outside. And not to mention, I was sitting outside. I couldn't even play out of recess. Like, if he would have just kicked me out the room, because it was in the gym. So if he would have just kicked me out the gym and then I could just go play recess, I still had a good day. But that nigga was like, nah, you sit outside. You in trouble. I'm just like, man, that's
what fuck kind of shit is that? Because I didn't do one fucking month?
I guess it's because I quit. But
that's crazy as hell. You can at least feed me. Fuck you, man. I'm not.
We can't say names.
Because I remember that shit happened to me too. I was like, this is the most disrespectful shit I've ever been a part of. I don't like what's going on here. I'm out. I'm quitting. I'm gone. Bye.
That's funny. Yeah, that entry was a trip. Do you remember? I think we had a musical too. We did a lot of shit in elementary. Didn't we have like a 4th grade musical or something like that? Were you in that? You had to be because you was in chorus and like
yeah.
So I remember doing that.
I was in chorus fucking elementary, all 3 years of fucking
No, I refused in middle school.
All 3 years of fucking middle school.
I think
man.
I did it like 1 year, and it was
Me
like
and Brent were Sopranos. With our low bass ass voice, we were Sopranos. Can you imagine that?
I think I did it 1 year, and then I realized I could do other electives that would count for that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm out. I don't sing no more, nigga. I think I might have did it 8th grade year, actually.
Them late night fucking musicals that we had, them shit. I don't think Pops went to one.
I can't see him going.
He's like, I'm not going to that shit.
I can't see it.
And I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to see me either.
I wouldn't either. Like,
At least singing.
That does not sound fun.
I'd be the first to get out.
Man, I miss Pops.
Yeah. He would have turned 66 the 23rd.
Happy
March.
belated.
God rest the dead. Love you, Pops.
Love you. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or you want to just wrap this bad boy up? Hitting an hour 30 right now.
An hour 30. Goddamn. How long have we been? How long is what's the longest that we ever did?
Probably roughly around this, I would imagine.
It's gotta be around this.
Yeah, I'm
2
not
hours or
sure.
something like that. I feel like we did a 2 hour one before.
I don't think we have. At least not hour 35. Have we did a 2 hour? No, it doesn't look like it.
We need to do a 24-hour one. You ready?
No, nigga. Nigga, no. I don't know if we could talk that long. Like, I would love to do a big podcast, like if we had a lot of
All
guests.
I need is this Jack and this Jameson right here, my two best buddies right here. And I am more than willing to be able to do a 12-hour talking frame, discussing stuff with you, of course.
Are you down to have Anna as the guest for Friday?
Why not?
I'm just making sure. What time would you like to do that podcast so we can settle this so there's never no confusion again?
You said Friday, right?
Yep.
I might have shit to do Friday. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have shit to do. Nobody likes me.
That's cap. Boy, that's cap. That was those boys. That's cap. That's cap.
I would have to say probably 7 or so. I don't know.
Are you sure 7?
Sure.
Okay. And then do you want to do the Jeremiah episode Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. Around these times. So hopefully y'all heard it here first. So hopefully we do have those podcasts around those times.
And be tuned for my voice Thursday night. I might link up with one of my boys, Phoenix, on his podcast.
Yeah, represent us well, bro.
So yeah, be on tune for that.
And then just let me know the podcast so I could also repost that on SoundCloud and all that jazz. So that way you get some clout. I'm excited to hear Tyler on a new podcast. That'd be dope. And I mean, if they ever want me on, I guess I don't mind as well. I actually got to link up with a boo. If this nigga ain't dead, I don't know where this nigga's been at.
Oh, he died.
I was supposed to hop on this nigga's podcast and vice versa, but we don't know where Boo is. So if you find a Boo, let me know. Tyler, is there anything else you want to say? Anything you want to close out the podcast with?
As much as this has been a manic Monday for me, a crazy ass fucking Monday for me, a stupid ass Monday for me, I am lucky to still actually be alive, I guess.
Not to mention you worked like a whole ass.
I worked like a whole ass day, dude. I didn't even have a lunch. Well, I'm beat, tired. Fuck everybody at work for letting me do that. And but yeah, with all that being said, my mental health is still intact. You know, I'm still moderate. I'm still stable. So, that just goes to show that, no matter how much your body is going, your mind can still be able to process every situation that's going on, everything that's happening in your life, and still be able to think of anything positive. And that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing in itself, to be able to train your mind, I guess, to have some sense of well-being for yourself and be able to test everything that is to come in your life. So yeah, be able to hone your mind and your thoughts and stuff like that, and positive shit will happen. Mental health.
Beautifully said by Tyler. Also, shout out to Tyler. Tyler, like I said, was holding it down with the models and just the photographers and giving his perspective and things of that nature and killing it in the podcast. Now it's my turn to step up, and hopefully you guys get to see a deep dive into the world of the FGC with Smug. Shout out to Smug for spending an hour of his time just talking to us, chopping it up with the boys. I'm ready to take over. Like I said, like I've been stating, I hope that this podcast has found you helpful. I hope that you enjoyed this. You got some sort of anything out of it. I love you guys. I know it was a shitty Monday for me, for Tyler, but this is like literally the best thing about my Monday. Like I love chopping up with my brother and talking on the podcast. I think it's a dope thing. I think we can make it a career too. So please, even if you don't fuck with the podcast like that, share it. Somebody, who knows, you might share it to our number one fan.
No doubt. Somebody out there helps. Might need this. So
yeah, anything helps. And who knows? I might, with that interview right now, we might create the next person that's going to be big in the FGC just because now they want to get into it and all that stuff. But love you guys. Love you. Excited for the new episodes, especially this week and next week. Until next time. Bye.
Stay safe.
YouTube land, what's good? It's your boy B Heard, aka Brian, aka Prince, aka Prince Virginia Wild Hayden. Be sure to leave a like on this video, a comment on this video, and subscribe. And join the royalty or royalties, whatever you want to call it. Your boy is trying to get partnered on YouTube, so that's 1,000 subscribers. So please, please be sure to subscribe. Thank you guys. Enjoy the video.